Hi. Who are you?
I'm a tea partier.
Does that mean you like to pretend to have tea with little girls?
No, it is different. In this tea party, everyone is angry.
Why?
Because since the Obama inauguration, we suddenly decided to become angry about taxes. Obama is a Marxist and we need to take our country back.
What is a Marxist? Is that someone who likes grease paint mustaches and eyebrows, and likes to tell one-liner jokes?
No, that is a groucho Marxist. That kind is funny. The kind I'm talking about is very bad.
Can you be more generic? Look, I only want to know what objective criteria you use to define a Marxist.
What do you mean by objective?
Just tell me what you think a Marxist is.
A Marxist redistributes the wealth. That is why I don't like Obama, and why I'm a tea partier. Obama is a Marxist, and we need to take our country back.
Wow, you do have a bee in your bonnet. So how do you redistribute the wealth?
By making the rich pay more.
Are you referring to our progressive tax structure?
What is a progressive tax?
Good Lord. It means that as you make more money, your tax rate gradually becomes higher.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about. I think progressive taxation is Marxism. We should have a flat tax. We have a Marxist tax structure. Therefore, Obama is a Marxist.
But the progressive tax structure has been around since the days of Woodrow Wilson. Are you saying every president since Woodrow Wilson was a Marxist? That means that the god you call Ronald Reagan, peace be upon him, was a Marxist.
No. No. Reagan was not a Marxist. That is not possible. Obama raised taxes. And Christine O'Donnell said that raising taxes is a tenet of Marxism. Therefore, Obama is a socialist Nazi Marxist.
Who is Christine O'Donnell? Is she an intellectual heavyweight behind this Tea Party movement? Is she this generation's William F. Buckley?
Who is William F. Buckley?
Never mind. Okay, so let me ask you some questions. Has Obama raised the federal income tax for anyone?
No.
Has he raised the capital gains tax?
No.
Has he raised the tax rate on dividends?
No.
Has he raised the Social Security tax?
No.
Has he raised the Medicare tax?
No.
Has he raised the estate tax?
No.
Has he raised the alternative minimum tax?
No.
Has he raised the federal gasoline tax?
No.
Has he raised any tax on any American or any corporation since he has been in office?
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean not exactly? Obama has not raised taxes on any American, and you call him a Marxist. Yet Reagan, peace be upon him, raised taxes on every American when he signed Social Security amendments into law. But you refuse to call him a Marxist. By your definition, that does not make sense.
Your facts are chafing up against my deeply held beliefs, and it is making me uncomfortable.
I understand. Perhaps that is why you keep moving the goalposts on your definition of a Marxist. When you begin to feel uncomfortable, you modify the definition until it no longer contradicts your holier-than-thou convictions. You are experiencing cognitive dissonance.
What is cognitoid deference?
What I mean is you are waffling.
Okay, so he has not raised the taxes, but now he proposes to raise them on the rich. That is Marxism.
Let's first clear something up. Obama's proposal doesn't raise income taxes, it lowers them. The current tax bill, signed into law by George Bush in 2001, expires at the end of this year. When it expires, marginal tax rates go back up to the rates under President Clinton. President Obama is proposing to reinstate the Bush tax cuts on the first $250,000 that everyone makes.
Why not simply re-implement all of the Bush tax cuts and make them permanent? Tax cuts completely pay for themselves.
Do you believe in tooth fairies?
Yes.
Well, most Americans don't believe in tooth fairies. And while many Americans agree there are stimulative effects from tax cuts, most don't believe that tax cuts magically pay for themselves. So to answer your question, Obama is trying to find a balance between tax cuts and the born-again deficit talks. As you recall, during the Bush years, the deficit talks were silent. But since Obama became president, they've been squawking like a bunch of freaking scrub jays. So this is a compromise between the split personalities of the GOP.
Hey comrade, I don't get into nuance. That is so John Kerry. What Obama is proposing is the same as increasing taxes, which is a tenet of Marxism. We need to take our country back.
Please stop repeating the bumper stickers that you have read. Here is a suggestion for you. Stop, think, then speak.
I will try, but only if you stop crapping on the Constitution. However, I will not stop you if you want to crap on the 1st, 5th, 14th, 16th, and 17th Amendments. You may also drop a deuce on that statement about promoting the general welfare if you like.
You know, I just realized that I was rude and never asked you your name. May I just call you Cletus?
Sure. I reckon so.
Okay, Cletus, then let us continue. So you think, because Obama's cuts are not as low as Bush's, he is a Marxist?
Yes. And because he is raising them on the rich. The rich get nothing.
Again, he will cut taxes. But now we are arguing semantics.
What do the romantics have to do with this?
As I said, even the uber-rich people, such as Warren Buffett, will get tax cuts on their first $250,000 of taxable income.
That does not sound right. Sarah Palin's tweets that, if you are rich, you get no tax cuts. Palin is good, and she is from the real America. I trust Sarah Palin.
We are all screwed. Okay, let me make it really simple, and walk you through each tax bracket. Assume your family earns the median household income, which is approximately $50,000. Let's see what you and the uber-rich will get under Obama's proposal.
Okay.
You first need to figure out your taxable income. You and the uber-rich are allowed various deductions from your gross income, such as mortgage interest. These deductions are not taxed.
You mean I can deduct the mortgage interest I pay on my trailer each year?
If it is attached to the ground, yes. And when the tornado comes and takes it away, FEMA will come to help you.
Uncle Sam better help me, or I will shoot him.
Let's look at the first tax bracket. It is for taxable income between $0 and $17,000. Obama wants to extend the Bush tax cut to this bracket. So both you and Warren Buffett, and uber-rich man, will get the Bush tax cut on your first $17,000.
Good. This will help the Warren Buffett put food on his family's table.
The second bracket is between $17,000 and $68,000, and is 15%. You and Rush Limbaugh will both get the Bush tax cut on your income in this bracket.
That is good that Rush Limbaugh gets some Bush tax cuts again, because he is rich, and he will use these savings to provide us with all of the jobs.
Since you are the average on-cue public household, I would like to emphasize that this is the highest tax bracket that you will be in. Let's continue. The third and fourth tax brackets are between $68,000 and $209,000, and are at 25% and 28%, respectively. People in these tax brackets, including Toby Keith and Bill Gates, will get their Bush taxes cut here too.
Toby Keith is a good man. He will stand up for America and kick your ass, even if you had nothing to do with 9/11.
Excellent point. Now, the fifth tax bracket used to go up to $373,000. Obama proposes that we limit it to $250,000. So Puff Daddy gets his Bush tax cut up to $250K, but for everything above that, he pays using the rates under Clinton. Or, as Clinton was better known to Hispanic Republican voters, El Diablo.
What about MC Hammer?
MC Hammer no longer makes the bling that he once did, so it is unlikely that he falls into this higher tax bracket. He is now an average American like you and me.
MC Hammer is a good man.
Peace be upon him. So to summarize, the high-income earners get to keep most of the tax cuts they had under Bush. And you, Cletus, get to keep all of the tax cuts you had under Bush.
So you mean to tell me that all of my taxes under Obama will be exactly the same as they were under Bush? If that were true, why then would I be angry, and why would I call Obama a Marxist?
My point exactly.
You must be shitting on me.
No, I do not defecate on people. I am telling you the truth.
Hold on. Now I remember why I'm angry. The redistribution of wealth has been going in the rich's favor for decades. The top earners have been accumulating a greater percentage of our nation's wealth. In fact, the recent census report shows that the gap between the rich and poor is now the greatest since the Gilded Age. And then Obama strolls in and has the audacity to suggest that we tilt our tax structure ever so slightly back in the direction of the middle and lower classes. If I do not speak for the rich, who will? As I said, Obama is a Marxist.
Ugh. I feel like I've been playing whack-a-mole at the carnival for hours. My head hurts.
Whack-a-mole is a fun, albeit futile game.
Well, at least I now know how you define a Marxist. It is this: if a president presides over a progressive tax structure, or if they raise taxes, or if they proposed raising taxes, or if you have even the slightest inkling that you think they might probably raise taxes, then they are a Marxist.
Yes.
However, if a president is any or all of the above, and they happen to be a Republican, then they are not a Marxist.
Exactly. Just like I told you, it is black and white.
One last question. From which source do you get the majority of your information?
Exclusively from Fox News, of course. Why do you ask me this question?